Well, good morning to you, good morning. It is Monday, lundi, le 22 February. Weather's sort of not quite as good as it was, and oh dear, made a bit of a mess of the lawn, haven't I? That's something to play with during the course of the day. But what I came out here for was this little trowel, because I desperately need to get some progress done with the important things. You know, I can mess about when they're done. I can. I wonder what the roses are looking like. The trick with rose cuttings is you plant them and then you walk off and you leave them, and then sometime next year you take another look at them and you see that they're starting to throw little shoots where they've taken. Look at that. That's jolly good, isn't it? Yeah, leave them to do their own thing. They don't need supervision. But what I need to be trying to do, he said, avoiding treading on the gooseberry bushes, which also are starting to shoot, is I need to get back to work in what one day will be the dining room. I say one day, every time I look at things, there's so much to do, so much. Yeah, lots to do. But we're doing. And we're having a little dig out to get to a point where I can carry on the sub base of concrete that's going in here and what have you. And then I run into brick, which doesn't sort of make too much sense where it is. And I'm not quite sure what goes on here. I thought that step was one big stone, but it possibly isn't. So we need to carefully unpick all of this and see what's going on. That just doesn't make sense. Not that anything much here does, but well, there we are. I was drinking tea just now and I was watching Waylon Wire messing about with his latest giant rat rod thing, the Dirty Dozen. I can't wait to see it finished, all cleaned down. I know he's got to clean it back to bare metal, and I know he's got to prime it several times before he puts the beautiful gloss black paint finish on it. Yeah, if you don't watch Waylon Wire, I suggest you take a brief look at some of the things he gets up to. Yeah. Anyhow, he was whittering on about not sure if he'd done this right and done that right, and and it puts things in a bit of perspective. I put a crowbar under that stone that was the base of the doorway, and I've learnt a lot. It explains why weeds were growing inside the building, because of course there's just nothing under there. And it wasn't what I wanted to be doing today, and I was sort of inwardly cursing my luck. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing to find out what's wrong and put it right, because what I had intended doing was putting a tape measure across this space and ordering up a door frame and a door and getting that in. Well, that would be a bit silly, putting a door frame in and then discovering this complete nightmare. It was one big stone. It, over time, has become broken, which is hardly surprising because pretty much there's nothing underneath it. So I will dig that all out and put a concrete sub base in, and then I was thinking about whether I shall put a stone in, and then I thought, no, what I'm going to do, I shall just build it up with concrete with some rebar in it and put a decent chunk of step in there. Well, there we are. We're down to a level where I can put in some muck just to bring it up to a level, and then I shall put a membrane in, and then I shall cast a concrete step on top of it. So there we are. That's yeah, it wasn't what I intended doing today, but you know, it's better to do it now rather than after we've got floor laid and a door frame in and all that sort of thing. So yeah, let's make some concrete. Well, there we are. As I say, that is just a sub base, just to get that nice and level. What I need to do with this now is leave it alone for 24 hours, and then I can cast a step on top of it. I'll stick a membrane in first and then cast. It's so much better to sort of level off with some muck so that your membrane goes in. It doesn't need to be flat, but it works a lot nicer if it is. You know, it goes into corners and such like, it's a lot better. So there we are. I better put something across that, because otherwise there are people who love to see if they can make their own marks on it, aren't there? Yes. Don't you dare. I'll leave the camera running just in... Oh, that was good. We jumped straight across it. We don't want to get our feet wet and mucky, do we? No.